guys, welcome to my YouTube channel. Today, I feel like telling a story. So, yes, it is going to be a story time video, and I wish you guys would not have seen the caption until I tell you guys what this video is going to be about. But regrettably, you would have even seen the caption before watching or clicking on this video. Alright, so today a girl is going to tell you guys about her experience dating a Jamaican policeman. Yeah, me date a Jamaican policeman. And not even dating, a proper relationship, Listen me now. Listen, before you even continue playing this video, stop, subscribe, and turn your notification bell on. Please, I'm asking you. Alright? So, let me go ahead and tell you guys the story. You see, before I even tell you the story, I want to just let you guys know that one, I'm outside, as you can see, and therefore you may hear kids in my background because it's really just a fence that parts myself off from my neighbors, right? And I live close to the main, and therefore you will be hearing the traffic in the background because it's evening now, so everybody's rushing to go home. All right, so that is one thing I wanted to highlight. The second is that this story, it's a true story. It's my own experience, and I don't want you to use it and judge me. Alright? I know that even by sharing my story, a lot of persons may be in that situation now, and they're wondering how can they come out of such a situation. Alright? And yes, it's about dating a Jamaican policeman. I'm no longer with the person, right? And I will talk to the person every now and then, but there is nothing outside of just a hi and bye and how are you doing. Alright, so let me go ahead and share the story with you guys. Right? So about 2016, 2015, I don't remember what year exactly, I met this Jamaican policeman on Facebook, right? And we started talking and, getting to know each other. But I met him like around April, and at the time I was in university, and thus I would have been preparing myself to go on work and travel program. That's the cultural exchange program for university students, right? So I met him a month before leaving. So I met him, we started talking, he shared with me that he just got out of a relationship, and we exchanged number, we took it from Facebook, we started talking because guess what? This guy now, he is from the same parish as I am from, right? And my mother always said to me, date people that is from the same parish as you, so it's easy. It's easier, one, two, you will know the person more. There's a higher possibility that others will know the person too, just in case of anything, because you're living in Kingston, right? So I was like, all right, this doesn't sound too bad. So I started talking to him, we exchanged numbers, girl is talking and all of that. And he said to me he's single, I was single, so we started dating, right? So I was in country because school was, I don't remember if it was finished, because the program I was studying in undergrad, that program did not come with exams. So once we finished for the semester, that's it, school done, right? So he was like, I'm inviting you back to Kingston because I went to country and I went up. I saw him, guy cooked for me, curry chicken and white rice, and cook for me. So I was like, yeah, the food tastes good, I'm not gonna lie, the food was fine, no biggie. But when I went there, it was like no curtain was at the window. It was an apartment, no curtain on the window. I'm like, how I didn't even messed up and I didn't doing my video, man. So there was no curtain at the window. I was like, no man, this is, you know, kind of skeptic. I became fussy. I'm like, who lives at a house with no curtain? Anyways, we need to fast forward because I'm not gonna make this video too long, right? So this guy and I started dating. The first red flag is when I started to question him now about his ex, because he said he just came out of a relationship, and you know that's every policeman's story. Them single, them just come out of a relationship, or someone say them have a baby man and that's it. So I asked him, you know, he shared with me that they broke up and he was just a sugar baby, a policeman, right? A man. He was just a sugar baby. The woman is living overseas. The woman helped him to buy everything he has. And the woman is a Jamaican, so big woman. I think the woman was like 20 years older than him, right? And the woman she was 20 years older than him, and she was, I guess, in love because after he shared with the woman that he is dating, the woman found me on Facebook. The woman started to message me and she started to tell me that, listen, he's a user and he's no good, and the things he has done to her, and he only took her money. So I'm like, ma'am, why would you allow a man to take all your money and all your stuff and all the things that she's saying that he did to her and he broke her heart? So I say, you spend on a man and the man do all of them something and he broke your heart, isn't that you were in love? You know? And I started to say to her, so how is that going to impact me, or why are you telling me this, right? Because based on what he said to me, he ended it with her and she agreed that he broke up with her, right? So I'm like, why are you telling me this? So, you know, sometimes women will do that. They will tell you stories so that it turns your mind away from their ex. So I was like, all right, I'm not going to allow what somebody says about a specific person to deter me. So I was like, okay. I went on work and traveled. The woman messaged me morning, noon and night. The woman ended up with my number. She messaged me every day. She told me, say, he's in Jamaica cheating. The woman, every day I could not work in peace. The woman would message my phone. She told me, say, oh, I'm in Jamaica with woman, and how much him no want me, and how much she ever take him a foreign because she was overseas, right? She told me everything in this world. So that should have been the first red flag for me. Anyhow, I continued dating this guy, but I would tell him when the lady was provoking me, and he would message her and tell her to leave me alone, and he would even screenshot the message and show me the message, right? So I was like, all right, let me ignore that, which ladies do not ignore red flags. I'm telling you this, don't. And he was working, so he never normally worked on the street. He worked in an office. I will not say which office, even though he's no longer working there, right? But I'll still not say what office he was working at, but it's in Kingston, right? And he was, you know, every day he would talk to me. He was jealous and all of that. And he acted so protective, so loving. That's how these policemen are. So loving, so protective, so caring, all of those stuff. So I'm like, this guy is really nice. And to be honest, he was like 4 or 5 years older than me. So our age is pretty close. And I'm like, all right, definitely going to give it a chance. So he said to me that, you know, he would want us to live together. Things would be maybe better, all of that stuff. And we're young, we can build together. Me now, big head bud. Yam head, yam dashi coco, head. Say, alright, I'm going to live with this guy. Pack up my things now, because bear in mind, I was living at a student housing before. Pack up my things, yeah. Yamisha pack up her things when she come off work and travel and went to live with this guy. Guys, just want to live with this guy. I did the biggest mistake of my life. Me a wash, me a clean, me a cook, me a iron. Me do everything. I said, no, sir. And this man mother send me from a university for everything me I do. Wash, clean, cook. Me when I say everything, I mean everything me I do. I said, no man, this is not for me. Until I realized this guy now wants to know what to do, who to talk to, who not to talk to. Even my friend Abby, he didn't want to talk to Abby, he didn't like Abby, right? And the relationship when it started getting toxic, where we're fighting, and he grab my phone and he wants to hold me a message and hold me a message and all of that. And I am not the only person with this story. If you speak to other females who have dated a Jamaican policeman, this is a similar story they will have. They'll have a similar story to this story. They are abusive, controlling. They're like narcissists, right? And it's like we are fighting. Wants to give me a message. I'm sleeping and I'm wake me up. Hey, wake up, answer your call. And I'm in my deep sleep 1 a.m. and he's going to wake me to answer my call. At one point, him stop wake me, him answer it. And when he's answering, I'm like, hello, when are they? When are the things? We just want to know, we just want to know if there are the things. And it got so bad, right? And he was very demanding and controlling. So he would be like, we'll be upset because me used to love crying. I got emotional. And we would be on the road and arguing. Smile, smile. You better smile. And guys, I had to smile. I had to smile. He was, listen, you better smile. Don't make nobody say unhappy. Smile. And I remember one day we were going on the road and the car windows, they were down, and a guy called to me. Because he's a license firearm holder too. And a guy called to me. He stop the car and put the gun on his lap. So the guy said, listen, don't call to one. Don't call to one. Until it's like he was jealous. And these men, these policemen, they look at a certain type of woman, and that's the type of woman they want, knowing that they're so jealous and they are selfish, or nobody should communicate or look at the woman, right? He started to bring me to school every day, and you take roundabout, and I sit down and I go wait for him. A morning time, I bring him go work. I remember one morning we were going to work and we were arguing, and he said, listen, I will lick your side of the car and the wall light post, and I will fling your side of the car and the light post and mash you up. I'm like, no, this dude is crazy. School was my safe place. The only place I felt safe and comfortable was school. And he would argue with me. Listen, we used to fight. We used to fight because he might fight me. Of course, he's a man, so he would overpower me. But I wouldn't give up. I would fight him back. I would fight him back. We used to fight me. I tell you, one time, I think he would juke out my eye. And one day when I said, no, I've had enough. Let me tell you, man. We were fighting, and he brought his cousin to town. We were in a one-bedroom apartment, and he brought his cousin, which is a male, to live with us in that one-bedroom. So when I'm home during the day, we can't do nothing in a piece. I had to be in the shower, and I had to close the door. I had to put on clothes in the shower. I had to do everything. How can you live with a woman and take your male cousin to live with you? And the male cousin was like an informer boy. You see, everything I did, he would go back and tell his cousin. Anyways, we started fighting. I said, listen, now do this no more. And I had made up my mind because this guy was toxic. I remember one night he said to me, like, there's so many stories that they're all over the place. He said to me, listen, this done. If I can't have you, nobody else is going to have you. And he taught me how to use his gun, right? So he would have shown me how to load the magazine, how to make sure it's a bullet in the head, all of that. We know how to do that, right? And I had told him that this relationship is not working out and we're done. You know what him do? He empty the magazine, put it back in the gun, and tell me how much he's going to kill himself because he can't work out and in the same life without me, so he's going to kill himself. Me did it like an idiot and start crying. I said, Jesus God, and what is he making himself in? He's going to kill himself and the magazine said, me kill him, I'm begging him, I'm crying. Poor me, you know. I said, what is he making himself now? He said, I'm talking about, and I said, alright, we're going to make it right, and we're going to make it work, and I will work on it. It's when I take a check. The magazine empty. I didn't argue with him. I didn't say anything. I just said, alright, don't worry yourself, man. Another time again, him said to me, say, I was there on my phone because in love. This when my fuss and fight, he wanted me to be answering back and I wasn't. So he said to me, him come up to me and grab my phone. Right? He grabbed my phone and he said to me, you're going to either choose between me or the phone. And if you're going to choose the phone, I'm going to kill myself. And if you choose me, you're going to throw the phone in the toilet. I said, what is that? I said, God, what kind of sin me commit? Then I saw them a Jamaican policeman at crosses. I saw them a Jamaican policeman at problem. I said, no, man. So I said, Jesus God. And what is I'm getting on? It's like he knew I was scared. So he just knew how to even drive fear into me. So I said, listen, I can never choose my phone over you because you're a human being. My phone is a phone. And so I throw the phone in the toilet because I can't do that. I said, me go and work on travel. I work on my iPhone, my very first iPhone in my life. I buy it. Me work on it. So I say, no, I'm not choosing the phone over you, but I'm not going to throw my phone in the toilet. I'll throw it in the toilet tomorrow. And talking about until him say, okay, whatever. One next night, now him come here to the same, take it as a hobby. Next night him come, like the relationship was getting so poor, so he realized that I lost interest. So him come and him say, listen, take up the phone and call somebody. May I give you one phone call. So if you know good, you call the police station and tell them to come take up the body. Huh? What do you say? Yeah. Call the police because you told me that you know. You think you know what I'm gonna get you? You think you know what I'm gonna get you? If me can't get you, know what I'm gonna forget you? Know what I'm gonna get you if me can't get you? I see what this me getting now. I start ball no. Jesus, please be a ball. Oh, me a ball. Mr. Father, how when could I ever do on this earth to deserve this? And him talk and him say, listen, I'm going to empty the clip and throw him and kill me first, then kill himself. Would you believe, say, after I come back home, is another set of argument that? All because I was sitting at the roundabout and a gentleman was standing and he was talking to me. All because another male student was talking to me. One piece of fighting, you know, but me decided to listen, your time now, him not going to use the gun trick on me, so me, I going to use it for him. What? Listen, yes, I waited until he went into the bathroom because he cussed and so waiting him beard and come back, waiting him beard and come back. You see when him come back, because he brought his gun in the bathroom with him, we take it out to the bathroom. We say, one away, I go reach at the mark tonight, and I know me nah reach at the mark. One away, I go reach a police station and it go be me. Him go get the mark, and me go to the police station. And I took up the gun. So him come out of the bathroom now and start. Huh? You're insult man, because you're wrong about it, man. I know I'm going to come to you. I said, listen, I don't know this gentleman. The gentleman was just having a conversation with me, whatever I talk to him. You know what I talk to him? No man at all. Listen, I said, no man, look for you. And I said, no, sir. Him start now, push me and chop me. Listen, because I had the gun on the gun, just grab the gun. He said, don't. I said, don't. You know, what this cousin did it to you know? You look a cousin did it, look, I'll film. Listen, man, listen me. I grabbed the gun and him, I grabbed it back from me. Listen, I lucky, saying I'll go off. But I say, listen, somebody was dead today and it's not me. You know, when your cup is full, and my cup was full, and this I said, listen me have to go charge for murder today. Because me never have to take it no more. I mean, no want him come pulling guns down because I'm tired of it. He has traumatized me so much. You see the night there? I say, alright, that's it. I'm going to call my mother. And my mother calling me money. I said, leave my daughter alone. Leave me with me alone. Because I was afraid to share it with my parents. Until this day, I don't tell my father. And my mother called me and leave me. Pack up. I'm going to go over when my friend was staying for a couple of weeks. And I went there. I stayed. Right? Until I moved up my stuff and went back to a student housing to live on my own. And that's how I got out of that situation. It was verbally and physically abusing. We are talking out until we ended up going to bed. Right? You know, say the following morning we wake up and he bring me to school and come back home. I remember one night, right? I was saying to myself, when did I reach here? How did I reach here? What have I done to be in such a situation, in such a mess? Right? And I said to myself, God, give me the courage to move on, because once I leave this relationship, I don't want no more policeman, none whatsoever, none. Yeah, so when I leave this guy, leave what? Could I leave in peace? Jesus, please. I could not leave. He called my phone. I just get a call, hello? My mom tell you, anyhow it devil ever trick you and find a man, me kill him. Every man I talk to, never hit man kill them. So that, you know what I say, no other man never have you. Me not go bother kill you, never kill them. I mean that will punish you even worse than me killing you. And I'm telling you see, if you ever decide to get pregnant with another man, that was what will happen. All because he tried to get me pregnant. But the 2 times he tried to get me pregnant, I realized that took a morning after without him knowing. Right? And it's like he took it to heart, but he didn't say anything to me because I acted as if I didn't know what he was trying to do. And then he said it, any day you decide to get pregnant with a man, I go clean up the man. Any day I see you in a restaurant with a man, me and the man leave. So I was scared to go out. I was scared to date. I was scared to go out. I became so scared. I would be at home alone for days because I was scared of this guy hurting anybody. Until I slowly moved on. And even like a year after, before I started driving, I was leaving work. And I saw him and he was like, listen, I'm going to take you for lunch and I want to do whatever. And I just talked to him and that's it. Even years after, he has been reaching out to me wanting to take me out and he has changed. No there. Nope. I say no to policemen. I don't want no policeman Jamaican policemen, a lot of them are the same, because when I share my story, I started sharing my story with a few persons, and when I started sharing the story, they are sharing the same experiences with me. For the males who I share my story with, they would tell me that they have female friends who've been through that. This outside the video has a lot of noise, I'm sure. Even when I share this story with other policemen who are up there in the police force, they have high rank, they tell me that is a lot of times they have to call like a police constable and say, listen, won't make you lose your job, leave the woman alone, stop abusing the woman, stop manipulating the woman, stop threatening the woman. It's something they do. I'm sure I'm going to see in the comment section so other females have this experience. I was traumatized, but I've moved on from that, and I've learned to let go. So even though he has me on Instagram, he will communicate with me every now and then, and I will respond, but that is about it. He traumatized me. It's the worst relationship I've ever been in, right? So that's my story time, guys. Thank you so much for watching. I hope it was an eye-opener for many of you guys, and don't worry, I'm strong. I've been through it, I've passed through it, I'm fine now. Like, it's a story for me now, and I laugh, I like, yeah man, me was a Yamisha, a nice, pretty, proper Yamisha. I was a Yamisha, and it's true. Where me led with a policeman in the first place? Eh? And after that policeman look me where? Look who? Me? When me see policeman right, me go left. Me no want no policeman. Anyway guys, thank you so much for tuning in. Subscribe to my channel and stay tuned for more videos. And I realize how often I roll up my videos now. My videos are being posted frequently. Stay tuned and thanks for watching.